Radio Wammo Breakfast.
The Academy Cinemas Pick of the Week with John Henderson.
Will you welcome, please, Miss Joan Rivers?
I mean, how depressing is this? 40 years in the business, and this is where you end up. No Vegas, no giant club dates. Kathy Griffin has taken all those. Wouldn't kill you to get me another commercial.
Okay.
I'll show you fear. That's fear. Last year was a very difficult year.
Joan will turn.
Joan Rivers, A Piece of Work is the name of the film we're looking at. Bit of a documentary. John Henderson's been and seen it. G'day there, John.
Hey, Wammo, Joan Rivers, a nasty, whining, whinging piece of work is what this should have been called.
Oh, not a fan.
She's awful. I mean, for a 77-year-old woman who anyone would expect to be absolutely basking in the afterglow of a 50-year career in comedy, she comes across in this documentary as a clutching, grizzling, grumpy, self-pitying, angry old woman. It was awful.
Wow. So, is that sanctioned by her, this documentary?
It is. The guys that did this doco, they put a camera on her for a whole year. And I think what comes of it, and she dictated the pace of the filming, what comes out of it is, somebody that needs to wake up and smell the flowers. I mean, she's done very well, and yet she's staring at the camera often saying, my industry has forgotten me, the critics have always panned me, I should be getting more work than I've had recently, look at my order book, it's basically empty. I mean, she has done so well, and yet she can't seem to see that. It's very frustrating.
It's almost stereotypical, isn't it? The clown that's crying on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's crying with self-pity, whereas I always thought those guys were crying because they felt they carried the whole weight of the world. I mean, guys like Adam Sandler seems like a genuinely nice guy. Funny guy, nice guy as well. Even that guy Chris Rock, yes, he was in that documentary about big hair recently. Slightly irritating, but still funny, nice guy.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers, whinging, whining, moaning, grumpy old lady.
Yeah.
She has probably done more for female comedians in the last 50 years than anybody in terms of breaking into what was, and this does come across in the doco, what was predominantly a male-focused culture. She had her first big break on the Johnny Carson show. She went on to do a whole bunch of other stuff. This documentary is fairly well researched in that respect. You do see a lot of what she's been doing over the years. But what really comes across is the fact that she is supporting basically a cottage industry of people. She's living in the lap of luxury. She enjoys her lifestyle, driving around in a limousine. She's got lawyers. She's got house guests, all this stuff. And yet she can't see that as, well, I should just sit back and enjoy this now, maybe do a bit of celebrity golf tournament, comedian work, and leave it at that. No, she wants to get out there and get herself in Celebrity Apprentice, which I think she did in order to try and raise her profile. So this documentary is filming her doing Celebrity Apprentice in 2009. And, yeah.
I mean, that's the last thing you want to... How old is she? 77?
77.
That's the last thing you want to be chasing, is that kind of fame.
She is still
age.
chasing the fame, and it is apparent that off the camera, off screen, off stage, which she is living for, she's lonely, very lonely.
So there was, were there many friends in the documentary at all? Or?
No. And I would have been going out and ringing up Rent-A-Crowd at that stage, just trying to. Oh, here's all my friends here. Yeah, they're in the next room. Let's just talk to them. What's your name again? Yeah, I think it's a very blunt and quite grim biopic of what you should not want your life to appear like in 50 years' time if you're looking back. I didn't see a lot of glory days.
So it sounds
almost like she's waiting for her glory days.
A very revealing and compelling documentary.
Absolutely, it is that, and I think it's quite good that she's sanctioned it. I just wonder why she did. Maybe she's going for the sympathy vote here, but there's sympathy and then there's saccharine.
You're not going to get that sympathy from John Henderson.
I think you just did the save it by saying, yeah, it is. It's very revealing. Very revealing.
All right, what would you give it out of 5?
Oh, look, it's a 3 out of 5 just for the fact that she was brave enough to throw it out there.
Okay.
Because I don't think I would have been. If I had a eulogy going on, I don't know if I'd want much of this stuff rolling out. Remember the time and then he did that. Oh, and what about his plastic surgery? Yeah.
There's been plenty of that.
There's been plenty of that. The first 20 minutes is all about that.
Yeah. All right, thanks, John.
Thanks, Wammo.
There's always an adjective before my name, and it's never a nice adjective.
Oh, sure, turn against the queen.
She is a snake.
Much in the way that Phyllis Diller paved the way for her, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Joan.
How can you not find Osama? He's on dialysis. There is one outlet in all of Afghanistan. Find the plug and follow the cord. Oh, like torch is bad. Get a Brazilian wax. You'll give up secrets like you never knew you had.
Crikey.